Why, hello there, map game enjoyers. Welcome back to Hoi 4. Today I want to talk to you about artificial intelligence. There's been a lot of hype surrounding artificial intelligence. People are like, oh, it'll change the world. Well, frankly, I don't really care that much because all I care about when it comes to AI is watching it play the video game Hearts of Iron 4. Previously, we had the AI simulate World War II 10 times. You guys seem to like that video, so today we're going to have the AI simulate World War II 10 more times, except this time with a plot twist. Last time I checked this box, I made the AI follow historical guidelines, which means they play similarly to how they did in real life. But today I'm turning that off. No historical focuses. Now you may be wondering what this means. Well, let's use France as an example. This is France's focus tree. There's a variety of paths that France can go down. The historical path is over here, where France joins the Allies. But now that I've turned historical AI off, France can pursue a whole bunch of other paths, including over here. They can become monarchist, here fascist, here they can become communist, and every nation in the world pretty much can choose any of these paths. It creates so much more randomness, and overall an absolutely crazy game to watch. So I simulated 10 of these games for you guys. Stick with me and I'll show them all to you. 10 beautiful games in front of us. Let's get started. Okay, so our first game here gets off to a pretty normal start. We got the Spanish Civil War. Oh, and there's a rebellion in Poland. There is a rebellion in the Soviet Union. The Italians have been replaced by the Italian Union. I'm talking really fast because Germany is now invading Yugoslavia and Poland and Czechoslovakia and France. Oh, wow. Okay, so Germany is now invading the Soviet Union after establishing a massive empire in Europe, and they are quickly moving towards Moscow. Bulgaria is probably in a faction with Germany because they just took out communist Greece, and now Germany has already beaten the Soviets. It is 1942. The Socialist Republic of Italy has just spawned into the game, and wow. What a crazy, crazy thing. You can probably tell that Germany is now invading Italy. The Spanish Empire appears to have joined the Germans in their conquest. Germany is invading Norway. Germany is probably at war with the British Empire, as you can tell by the fact that they are now invading Egypt, and they've done that quite successfully because Italian North Africa is now gone, and it is just Germany everywhere. So basically, the nations, they don't always have to choose alt history paths. You can see Spanish Empire, that's an alt history path. British Empire as well. Those time lapses are absolutely crazy, but here's what we got. Germany won a big one. They went along the historical path. They conquered. They conquered pretty much everything. They conquered Italy, their ally. They conquered Hungary by puppeting them, as well as Romania as well. They just destroyed the Soviets. Actually, the total is 469 factories. And that's mills alone. Needless to say, this was one of the better German games you can probably get. And it goes to show that the alternate nation paths aren't always the best. We do have non-aligned Japan, which is pretty cool. Just take in the borders for a second. I don't know if they're beautiful or scary, but this is what the AI made. I'm going to try and score these games, but we don't need a uniform scoring system. I'm just going to give out points. The Allies get 1 point for surviving. Germany gets 4 points for doing well. And Bhutan gets 5 points for surviving. Let's go to the next game. Okay, another alt history game. This time we got the German military junta creating a civil war. Tons of civil wars. There's one in Poland. There is one in Russia as well. And one in Spain, of course. So Ukraine has spawned. The provisional government just annexed the Soviet Union. Civil war in France as well. I think France put down the French Commune. Italy is going after the Swiss, which is interesting to say the least. Germany here has seemed to have gone democratic, and we now have Bourbon France, which is as a monarchist version of France. Poland has been invaded by democratic Germany for unknown reasons. Huge war near the Baltics right now. The Socialist Republic of Italy is getting invaded by Great Britain. Great Britain now has Greece and Turkey and is kind of looking like the Ottoman Empire a little bit. Now we got Great Britain and Germany working together to invade Russia, which is pretty cool. Kind of a different way of doing things than the way it went historically. Czechoslovakia looking thick. Oh, and now, whoa, something happened. Russia is now back. Poland is now back. There's massive war. Britain is now invading Germany. I'm pretty sure they were just allies, but they're not anymore. The Americans, who are, I think, fascist, have invaded Italy, which is wild. Germany not looking so good. Great Britain has decided to annex everything. I'm pretty sure Russia and Great Britain are now allied. So America created the Republic of Italy. Great Britain exists, and has captured pretty much all of Europe. And Bourbon, France, I have no idea what they're doing. Okay, so pictured here is that save. Pretty much the entire world is in the Allies, led by Great Britain, supported by the fascist United States of America, led by General Douglas MacArthur. What in the world? Anyway, the Allies had a heyday this game. Annexed Japan, annexed Germany, did not even screw around with puppet states, just took it all directly. The Russian Federation was, I think, liberated from the Soviet Union, or actually, I don't even know. Anyway, they are strong enough to have their own puppets of the Republic of Italy and Japan. Strange. Anyway, as far as score goes, we will give the monarchist British 1 point. I mean, they're kind of the Allies, so we'll give the Allies a point, I guess. And we'll give Bhutan 5 points for surviving. Next save. Okay, so this is game number 3. And as you can see, things went very differently. The Socialist Republic of Germany exists, and they're in the mutual assistance bloc with a bunch of random other nations like the African Union, the Romanians People Republic, Turkish Socialist Republic. What happened this game? We also have the Republic of Hungary, which makes up all the Austro-Hungarian territory, except for the Romanian part, and more. And they're in the Allies, who consist of the Soviet Union in the Allies, the US, the UK, etc., etc. Japan got destroyed in this version as well. And China's huge. Wow. All right, scoring. So we're going to give China 1 point for surviving. We're going to give, and doing well. We're going to give the Allies, 3 points for performing quite well. The Soviet Union 1 point for, actually, no, they're in the Allies. They don't get any points. We will give Bhutan, of course, 5 points for surviving, and Japan -1 point because they got annexed. Don't sue me about the scoring. I make the rules. All right, so here we got game number 4, which looks a lot like game number 1. The Germans and the Italians did quite well. Japan also really did well, although they are still at war with China. The Allies are alive and well, except they don't have the U.S. in the Allies. Why not? What a strange way to go about things. Anyway, this is a game that looks pretty historical, except for the fact that Germany won. We'll give Germany 1 point, Japan 1 point, they can be back at 0. The Allies 1 point for surviving without the US, and Bhutan 5 points for surviving. This one's going to shock you. As you can see, the Italian Empire has annexed pretty much all of Europe. In fact, they are in an alliance with other monarchist states, including the British Empire and the Russian Empire, which is crazy. This is absolutely a crazy outcome. Italy, like #1 great power in this timeline. They are, of course, at war with the Allies, who are trying to hold up, or actually, the Czech Entente. Now, what the heck is the Czech Entente? Please tell me. Anyway, the Czech Entente with Czechoslovakia, that owns the southern half of Mexico, is at war with a ton of monarchist nations that have taken to fighting in South America, and Japan is beating up on Russia and the monarchists. So it's Japan and the United States versus the rest of the world. Wow. I like how Germany has been reduced to this little tiny democratic state. Like, how did they get here? Okay, so we're definitely going to have to dish out some points. The Allies, 1 point for surviving. I don't even know how many nations I've given points to at this point. Russia, you can have a point. Like this, we'll give the Soviet Union a point for that. Italy, you can have a point. Japan, you can have a point. And Bhutan, you can have 5 points for surviving. I don't know anymore, guys. The points might have been stupid. There's so many nations to score. All right, so if you're keeping track, this is game 6, and this game has, once again, Germany, except this time it's monarchist Germany allied with monarchist Austria-Hungary, also allied with monarchist Italy. And all of those nations control pretty much all of Russia and pretty much all of Europe. They're up against the Allies, the United States, that decided to take out Canada and Mexico and Venezuela and Guyana and Suriname. Okay, so there's 3 factions here. The British Empire, who's at war with the monarchist Europeans, and the monarchist Europeans are only at war with the British Empire, and they're at peace with the U.S., who have made the North American Entente. Bro, you killed everybody that could possibly join the North American Entente. Oh, and imperialist Australia. Why not? Okay, so I guess we'll give 3 points to Germany and 0 points to Britain because they're not doing that well, and 1 point to the United States for annexing their neighbors, and 1 point to Japan for doing this. Got it? Good? Oh, and 5 points to Bhutan for surviving. Good. Game 7, Polish People's Republic. Yugoslavian Confederation annexed Rome. Bourbon, France again. United Balkan Federation. Like, what is this stuff, guys? All right, so here we've got a huge faction. It is the Allies Plus, we're going to call it, because they beat Germany, you can tell, because Germany doesn't exist anymore. We also got Japan, who's being invaded by Britain. Oh, no, Japan's almost gone, guys. Let's let the game run and end Japan. So Japan is being invaded by the UK. We also got the Polish People's Republic. So I think the Allies beat the Russians and the Axis. And now they're going to beat the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Okay, so clearly the Allies did quite well this game. I will bestow them with 3 points. I don't really know who else to give points to. Japan, you don't get any points. You're getting invaded. Okay, guys, we're going to give 5 points to Bhutan, but don't tell anyone for surviving. Yeah, this one is just like a classic Allied sweep. Okay, game 8. Europe. How many microstates do you need to create? Please tell me. What have we got here? Bourbon, France, again. Republican Italy. Then we got their war with pretty much the entire world, Great Britain included. The Soviet Union are once again Great Britain is in the Comintern, and they're at war with the United States, who are in the North American Alliance? Oh, man. What in the world? Bourbon, France, you joined the Comintern too? So basically, we just got all of Europe allied with the Soviet Union. And some of them are democratic, and some of them are socialists, and they're at war with the Free States of Europe, who are Republican Italy, but also the North American Alliance, who have invited the Federal Republic of Germany for some reason. Then we have 500 million states in the Balkans, including Soviet Hungary and also Hungarian Federal Republic. Definitely not a bureaucratic nightmare. And democratic Japan, but they are becoming fascist again. Communist Argentina, you don't see that every day. So this game, what to do with this game? The Soviet Union and Russia get 3 points for this game because they somehow managed to trick all the other European nations into joining the Comintern. China, we'll give you 1 point. And the United States, you get a point, I guess, for standing up against Soviet aggression. And Bhutan, 5 points. Game 9. So this one is worth shouting out that the nation I observe as the Dominican Republic annexed Haiti this game, which is cool. Cool to see that. But this game was a clear win by Germany again. How many times is Germany just going to be like, alt history? I hardly know her. And then become the fascist state and annex everyone. Because this time they annexed and invaded the United States of America. They have Great Britain in their faction. They're at war with the Soviet Union, who have been like, this is embarrassing for the Soviet Union, to be honest. They should just capitulate. Turkey annexed India. Japan doing well. So this is 3 points for Germany. 1 point for Japan, 1 point for Turkey, because I can, and minus 2 points for the United States of America. Catholic Mexico, which is fascist, but nobody actually supports the fascists. Huh? Germany annexed Honduras outright. What in the world? 5 points to Bhutan. Our final game. Game 10. Czechoslovakia. That's all I'm going to say about this game. I'm just kidding. We got Democratic Germany, who is part of the Central European Alliance, which is a faction I feel like we've seen several times. We got the Allies, who are at war with the Central American and then we got, they're both democratic factions, so I don't know why they're beefing. So everybody's at war with everybody. We got Japan, who's at war with Germany, who's at war with Britain, who's at war with Japan. It's like a love triangle. We also have a Italy I've never seen before. This is non-aligned. I think this is the second or third appearance of the United Balkan Confederation. Very cool. The French Commune lost, and they were just like deported to Africa. And Siam annexed Malaysia. Great. Okay, this game, crazy. We got to give 2 points to Germany. We could give 1 point to Japan. We should give 1 point to the United States, annexed to Mexico. I guess that's worth a point. And 1 point to Czechoslovakia, just because we needed more nations on the list of nations with points. 5 points to Bhutan, and then you can clearly see on your screen the best nation when the AI plays Hoi 4 and simulates World 2 is Bhutan. Number 1, 50 points, far and away better than all the other nations. Love it. Thank you all for watching this video. You probably saw some wacky stuff you can't unsee. It's definitely harder to commentate over this video than the historical version, but let me know if you're enjoying the AI Hoi 4 series. Because for me, it's fun to make. I just like looking at all the funny stuff. Like the French communes still own Vietnam and Indochina, even though they don't own their main territory. It's fun. It's interesting. Integralist Brazil. I mean, you could look at this all day. You could watch this video 5 times and see stuff. Put the weirdest thing you saw all day in the comment section, please. And if you would, leave a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And this is kind of something I do on the side for fun, but the thing I'm really passionate about is my Victoria 2 A to Z series, which you can check out with the playlist that'll be like at the end of this video. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate and love you all. See you in the next one, guys.